Right now at noon, multiple people are injured in a house fire in Parsons, Kansas.
And we've got a mix of sun and clouds in the Joplin area. Taking a look at showers and thunderstorms off to the northwest. We'll take a look at those scattered storms and our upcoming storm chances this weekend coming up.
Plus, the Joplin Aquatic Centers make a big splash with some area families.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Police in Parsons, Kansas are looking to interview Good Samaritans who helped during a house fire yesterday afternoon. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. Firefighters responded to the fire just after 3:30 yesterday afternoon. The police department says multiple victims have been transported by air flight to Tulsa, including children. The fire was in the 300 block of South 22nd Street, and the police department calls this a multi-agency investigation and are looking for information from anyone who may have assisted residents before first responders arrived. Police also say a man was arrested at the scene on an unrelated warrant. The Columbus City Council announces it selected Kyle Clark to serve as the next chief of police. Clark is a lifelong resident of Cherokee County who has served the police department for more than a decade. He has served multiple roles within the department over the years and holds numerous law enforcement professional certifications, as well as Bachelor of Science degrees in criminal justice and justice studies. He replaces Chief Jason Daniels, who died last month after a battle with cancer. Daniels served the community for more than 20 years. Now let's check in with Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, so we've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. They're still ongoing across parts of southeastern Kansas and into southwest Missouri. Now on the Missouri side, it's a bit more on the shower activity, but remember, Skywatch Storm Tracker does not pick up cloud-to-cloud lightning. So if you're hearing thunder but not seeing lightning strikes, that's probably the case. Still want to be careful out there. So the rain stretching from Nevada, Sheldon, Lamar, Greenfield, Stockton out there. And then off to the west, we do have some heavier thunderstorm activity just to the southwest of Bronson and going into the Fort Scott area north of Hepler. And this is all tracking still to the south and east. So if these storms out here hold together, which so far they've been successful in doing so, they'll eventually reach Pittsburgh, Joplin, Point South, and East here in the next hour or so. And so we'll keep an eye on them. Again, not anticipating anything severe. Yesterday, near average, 65 to start, 83 for the high. You can see where the rain's been. Nevada and Stockton into the upper 60s. Everyone else, it's been relatively rain-free, upper 70s, right around 80 degrees. After these showers and storms clear out in the next 2 or 3 hours, we will clear out. Mostly sunny skies, clear overnight, falling back to 67 by midnight. We do have more thunderstorm chances on the way as we head into the weekend. We'll look at the details on that here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, Joplin Medical Clinic is sending mobile aid to the community of Enid, Oklahoma, as they recover from severe storms. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
The community of Eden, Oklahoma is still recovering from May 19th severe storms. The local clinic, Great Salt Plains Health, building was damaged by high winds and hail, crippling their medical abilities. However, the community of Joplin, Missouri knows a thing or two about recovering from severe weather.
Since we've been through the tornado here, we know what it's like.
Place because of flooding within the clinic from rain, subsequent rain after the hail event, and so just have a big mess in that clinic. So this is going to be extremely helpful to bring care to the Enid area.
Access Family Care in Joplin is sending their mobile medical unit 250 miles west to provide health care in their parking lot. GSP's Health says they can still assist the community while repairing the roof and internal damage.
In the process of getting the roof replaced, and that's after 2 weeks, that's nearly done. Should be done in the next few days. And then the inside damage will take months to repair.
It's going to be as long as they need it. So we got an agreement already for 90 days. If they need longer than that, then we'll just re-up that.
According to Access Family, the mobile medical unit was purchased for situations like this.
CARES Act federal funding that came to some local counties. So McDonald County, Newton County, and Barton County all joined in together pool their money to help us purchase this. And this is what it's for. It's for community events and for emergencies.
Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Great Salt Plains Health also has clinics in Canton, Cherokee, and Medford, Oklahoma. Well, the city of Joplin wants to remind you the community is offering 2 public swimming locations this summer. Both Schifferdecker and Cunningham Aquatic Centers will be open for this season. In addition, park staff has announced family swim dates to provide more options for families visiting the aquatic centers. Family swim is held periodically from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at either or sometimes both aquatic centers. That's an extension of normal hours to accommodate busy families. Admission prices are the same as for normal business hours. The first family swim night will be this coming Friday at both sites. You can find the full schedule for family swim nights at KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, frustration concerning trash services. The city of Weir, Kansas says they have had long delays in service from one of the sanitation companies, and now they have to dish out money to keep the streets clean. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
It's happened more than once, them being late, and of course, you know, you can't have bags laying around town. You know, you have stray dogs that might, you know, get in the trash and strew it all over the place, and I don't want that for my town.
Carge Trash Service is one of 4 that residents in Weir have to choose from, and it's the only one residents are having a problem with.
Have you had any issues with any of your other 3 services at all?
We have not. We have not.
However, the overflow of trash has gotten so out of hand, the city now has to pick up the tab.
We went ahead and got arrangements to get a roll-off where our residents can get rid of their overflowing trash so we don't get it all over our streets. Some people are laying bags next to their bins because they're full.
Mayor of Weir, Joe Tavanero, says he hopes to see a change for his town.
I hope they meet their obligations. If they say they're going to come and pick up on Wednesday, you know, I hope to see them here on Wednesdays picking up the trash.
The dumpster will still be available for residents this Friday. However, it is not a permanent solution. So if residents continue to have to wait for service, they may have to seek other solutions, including changing the service that's provided to them. Reporting in Weir, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The last time we covered issues with Carge Trash Service, we reached out with additional questions for the company. We still have not received a response. Well, coming up, it's the 80th anniversary of D-Day. We're going to see how President Biden and world leaders are marking the beginning of the end of World War II. And later, we're making Orange Dream Angel Cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, it was 80 years ago today that Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy, the invasion leading to the defeat of the Nazis 11 months later. This morning, veterans, many of them around 100 years old, are gathering for what could be their last trip back to France. President Biden kicked off the Day of Remembrance, evoking the memory of allies united against tyranny, as many of today's allied nations stand together behind Ukraine. France did not invite Russia, a World War II ally, because of its war against Ukraine. CBS's Jared Hill is following the day's developments.
In Normandy, surviving World War II veterans honored decades after the day that changed the course of history.
Here, on the coast of Normandy, the battle between freedom and tyranny would be joined.
The ceremony 80 years to the day since Allied forces stormed the beaches in France.
Only the highest courage and determination could avail.
This morning, crowds gathered on the same sands for reenactments, marking D-Day, lauded as the beginning of the end of World War II.
The celebration started when we liberated each town.
It evokes memories of a very special day for me, when I first realized the true horror of war, I suppose.
It could be the last major commemoration for many of the aging few who witnessed the moment that reshaped the world. President Biden is joining more than 24 world leaders for the ceremonies, drawing parallels to the current war between Russia and Ukraine.
Isolationism was not the answer 80 years ago, and is not the answer today.
as the world celebrates the victories out of Normandy, a moment of honor for the 9,388 American soldiers under the crosses and stars of David, most who died on D-Day or shortly after. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today, I'm going to share with you a cake that's so light and refreshing, it's summertime perfect. And there's no baking required. How's that?
And we've got scattered thunderstorms out there now. We have more thunderstorm chances heading into the weekend. We'll have a look at that forecast when the KOAM News at Noon returns. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. So we've had some scattered thunderstorms across the area through the morning into the afternoon, and that's what's bringing all those clouds on the Cornell camera in downtown Joplin. And that's another view from these storms from the Skywatch Storm Tracker. So again, nothing strong or severe out there, but we got some heavier rain in parts of southeastern Kansas. We've had a little redevelopment now taking place just east of Iola on 54 around Moran. And then we've got this little thunderstorm right down here southeast of Ellsmore, just to the west of Fort Scott around Pawnee and Arcadia. So this is where the heavier rain is. And then again, this guy here just kind of flared up within the last 10 minutes or so. On the Missouri side, still some rumbles of thunder, some moderate rainfall out there from the Nevada, Sheldon down toward Lamar. So that's I-49 there, 54, 160, Stockton. You got through some showers. You've got more showers right there, Greenfield, Bolivar. A number of just showers and again, some scattered storms. So take a look back behind this guy. See this one kind of redeveloped back behind there. So again, nothing severe. Nothing strong at this point, nor is that expected today. And we can see in the satellite the clearing over Joplin that's giving us a good view of those clouds off to the north. As we head a little further down the road, these storms again will begin to fizzle out and they'll move on out of here. And then we'll actually end up going mostly clear overnight tonight. And we'll have a few clouds here and there as we head into Friday morning. And then outside of that, the majority of our Friday looks pretty good. It won't be again until late in the afternoon. We're going to start to see a few scattered showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms out there by 3. Then once that starts to kind of break up a bit by the evening hours, we'll get another pause before we see more organized thunderstorm development out there. This is saying, again, mainly in our northern counties, not saying we can't get a few thunderstorms south of this point, but stronger storms are expected across the northern half of the area, say along 126 and points north. And then we'll clear out again for our Saturday. Saturday will be partly cloudy, will be dry most of the day, and then as we head once again into the evening around 5, 6 o'clock, some scattered showers and thunderstorms will begin to develop, and then we'll get additional showers and thunderstorms as we go into early morning Sunday. I'll sweep across the rest of the area and eventually clear out of here by about mid-morning on Sunday. So again, we do have the isolated thunderstorms for us today. As mentioned, the stronger storms tomorrow night into Saturday expected to stay in our northern counties, so we have a low risk for strong to low grade severe storms. Saturday night into Sunday, we got a broader area where we showed you same on the future track. We get a broader area of thunderstorms, and some of these could be strong to low grade severe. Take a look at those clouds out there off to the north. You can definitely tell rain is on the way, and if these storms hold their course and hold their intensity, they'll be in the Joplin area, I'd say about an hour and a half from now. Pittsburgh about 30 minutes prior to that. 80 in Joplin. We are seeing some wind gusts out there, upwards of 25. Weren't expecting much in the way of gusty winds, but we're getting some gusty winds off of these storms, and you can very clearly see where they are in temperatures here and where they've been. 64 in Fort Scott, whereas it's 74 Lamar, 80 in Joplin, 83 in Miami. So again, not you can tell where the rain's been and where it's not been yet. Again, outside of the rain, low 80s out there for our highs and partly cloudy skies for those of you not getting showers. Mostly clear heading into the evening hours, back into the low 60s as we head into our Friday. Mid 80s out there ahead of the storms, and those will be here later in the evening. And then as mentioned, we've got those scattered thunderstorm chances continuing through Sunday, so do be prepared for that. We'll dry out in the first portion of next week, looking pretty good, a little bit warmer, and then maybe an isolated storm or two by next Friday. So again, no severe weather expected with the activity today. Some strong storms possible tomorrow night, Saturday night, and of course we'll keep an eye on all that.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making Orange Dream Angel Cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Howard is showing us how to make Orange Dream Angel Cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
As we head into summer, one of the last things we want to do is turn on our oven to bake a cake. But that doesn't mean we should do without. So let me share with you a cake that is so light and refreshing, it's summertime perfect. And there's no baking required. We start by cutting a store-bought angel food cake into slices and arranging them in a baking dish. After dissolving orange gelatin in some hot water, we stir in a bit of cold water, give it a stir, and slowly pour it over the cake. Now this goes into the fridge to chill up while we add some orange zest to some vanilla pudding. And for the part that makes this all creamy, we fold in some whipped topping. All that's left to do is spread this over the cake and back into the fridge it goes. And whether we use regular or sugar-free ingredients, we really can't miss since this is so big on taste. Top each piece with a slice of orange and grab yourself a fork. You see, with the fresh taste of the orange, the creaminess of the topping, and the cake, which is as light as air, you won't even feel guilty going back for seconds. I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our Orange Dream Angel Cake, so you can enjoy a freshly made cake without lighting your oven. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a dreamy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, still got some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms out there with some of the heavier rain over in southeastern Kansas moving into Crawford County. And these storms will continue to push to the southeast and eventually be on their way out of here. And we've got a mostly clear evening ahead of us. More thunderstorms tomorrow night into Saturday and Saturday night into Sunday. And some of those could be strong to low-grade severe, but not expecting any severe weather with the thunderstorms out there right now.
All right, good to know. And Dowie there for us tonight.
Well, it's coming up at 5. For starters, new research shows more female doctors of color are leaving their jobs due to burnout, saying they're concerned about their wellness. We're going to learn more about the critical roles female minority physicians fill in communities and why there's an urgent need to hold on to them. Plus, it's National Drive-In Movie Day. We're going to go to see the 4 states' historic drive-ins, see how they're commemorating the day. And Mercy Cancer Center in Joplin is celebrating survivorship by inviting cancer survivors to a picnic lunch. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up today. KOAM News at 5.
All right, thanks, Dow. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.